millions were worth to put together, and they're just casually throwing it around for like one business.
British TV's a joke.
It's so funny.
There's no money on British TV.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you get your fucking inheritance smashed up. It's just depressing. We made another robot called like Spinatron, and it had a spinning axe. And what happened is that the moment the axe made contact, it just shattered, and because it couldn't take the weight. It was so.
That doesn't sound.
I wonder how do you go about testing these robots?
I wonder. I think my dad used to take down like a car park.
You wonder.
What
What did you test it on?
Build another robot?
Yeah.
I think
Chris,
he
invite your friends over.
just took it down the town hall and in the car park and just drove it around and fired the axe. It must have been illegal.
It doesn't sound legal.
like you would need a couple of permits.
Yeah.
But what permit exists for that?
But then I watched Colin Furze on YouTube, and you know the guy who's like the British guy who just invents shit in his back garden.
Oh, right, yeah.
And I always wonder what everyone in the fucking council estate must fucking hate him. 'Cause he's in like a cul-de-sac, and he built like a bunker in his house, and he builds shit that's like, I'm going to build a bike with flamethrowers that propel it, and you're like, what? And he also shows his house constantly on YouTube, which I always thought was like insane.
Yeah.
Have you seen this guy?
I think the name sounds familiar for sure.
He's the
yeah.
British guy who goes, all right, today we're building a bike.
Is he the guy that made like the safe door into his bunker? I think I remember seeing that video.
Everything he does is crazy.
Yeah.
He'll do like I made a gun out of dildos. And you're like, wow.
Yeah.
How many dildos do you
That would be your robot,
Yeah,
Connor. What would your robot be, Connor? The Welsh dragon. It breathes fire.
Yeah, I don't know. Cold to the touch. Ice cold. Freezes anything that comes into contact with it.
But I did a video on this recently. I was sort of sad because I was like, this doesn't exist anymore. And it'd be called like Prompt Wars now. And people would be like, Prompt Wars. I want a robot on ChatGPT. And it would be like made in Guangzhou and then shipped over, and there'd be no robot. You'd have to-
I think it's reality TV is back now.
and all the people that made robots then just sit on Twitter getting angry at imaginary things now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it. Like my
Everything
dad.
is rage-based now.
Rage-based.
So
Everything's
Everything's bait.
to conquer that.
Anyone want champagne?
Yeah.
Joey?
I'm gonna be.
all done with the 2000 brute?
It's warm.
Piss, mate.
It's lukewarm,
It's like it's vinegar,
brother.
bro.
You are having champagne, my friend.
It is vinegar.
Brother,
Doesn't taste
put
good.
that shit in the fridge at least, man.
Yeah.
Nabby, would you like some brute? Sparkling wine?
Don't push it onto our staff like that.
Please, somebody drink this. I'll help. I've
Naked,
still
bro.
got some. Fuck. I'll drink the brute. If I'd have got Moe Chandon, would you have mocked me as such?
Yeah, for a different reason.
Now, I'm mocking you because we just filmed an episode where the whole point was truth or drink. And Connor...
it was truth and drink.
Truth and drink, and Connor didn't drink a single fucking drop.
Because I drove here.
You fucking drove here.
Mind
Today.
you, we told him
Hey,
we were
yeah.
driving.
Yeah. Today. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It's got auto steering.
Making the adventure back exciting.
Does Tokyo have Daikor service?
No.
The thing where like you
I don't
get
think-
someone to drive you home in your car.
No.
That's
think-
like all the rage of the countryside.
Yeah, that's the Inaka thing.
It's enough.
He's called Ian Rudd. Good old Ian.
So I got a mini EV, and it has like this auto drive button. Except it just doesn't really.
I remember we did a video a year and a half ago in Okinawa.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was with you
Yeah.
driving a Toyota Yaris, and you're like, oh, it's amazing, the car drives itself. Watch this. And you press the button, and the wheel sort of took over. But then we hit a corner, and the car didn't turn the corner. And I was like, no!
It's so
I
annoying.
nearly went off a fucking bridge.
So I I've been driving this car, and most of the time it's great on the highway. It works. It doesn't like a turn that's more than like 10 degrees though. So like, and then and also it will change lanes for you if you're going over like 70. Only if you're going over 70.
That sounds dangerous.
No. So like I do it because I'm just there holding on to it, and I'm just like, I wonder if it'll work this time. So I flip my indicator, and then I can see it. It's like on the screen. It's like, all right, we're about to do it.
Yeah.
And then it just turns really shit. What it does is it goes, no. And so everyone goes like in the car, and it's like, you did the thing that you said you were going to do.
Yeah.
You just did it way worse than what I would do. And every single time I'm in the car with someone, I'm like, look, it'll do the turns for you. And it normally works really good. And then as we get to the turn, it won't do it. And it'll go, you do it.
It still sounds better than your driving, to be honest.
No, fuck
I'd rather
off.
take
Fuck off.
Have you guys seen those self-driving taxis?
The Waymos?
The Waymos?
Yeah.
The Waymos, yeah. I've gotten one before in LA.
In LA. You know
Yeah.
they're coming to Japan now.
Oh, are they?
Oh, I saw an article.
They're pretty
Yeah.
popular in LA, apparently.
Yeah,
doing quite well.
I only know this because I was having dinner at a sushi place and I was sitting next to a bloke who was on holiday, British bloke, and he was like, "Yeah, I just got a new job at Waymo, and yeah, we're trying to bring these to Japan." I was like, "I don't know what a Waymo is," and I googled it, and I was like, "Self-driving taxis in Japan?
Whoa. It could
Japan
be
is living in the future.
Honestly, if there's any country that would openly welcome not having to interact at all, even though it's great because taxi drivers already don't talk to you here.
Yeah.
They don't want
Especially in Tokyo.
They do not make
Extreme.
but then
Well,
occasionally-
what was your experience with this in
I mean,
LA?
it's kind of weird.
So you've been in it.
Yeah, I've been in the one in LA.
It feels scary to go into.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, and the only time I got really scared and I didn't really like it is that, you know, especially in LA, it's crazy they introduced it there, but I mean, I guess it's an American, you know, not,
Yeah.
it's an American company,
Yeah.
I think. Is that LA drivers are possibly the worst in the world.
Yeah, they're
'Cause
pretty bad.
They will like, and also to an extent, I think Tokyo drivers are actually terrible as well.
No, I think that's a myth that Japanese drivers are bad. I think
The only
apart from
thing,
the
okay,
elderly,
as I've been
I've
driving,
nearly died 4 times.
Which is
at the
the
hands of an elderly
as I've been
driver.
driving a lot more, because you can tell who's driving a rental car because it has the wa kanji.
Right.
Every single time behind someone does wa, they'll always miss their turn and try to immediately turn as the turn's coming up because, you know, they're not used to driving. So that's the only criticism I have is that people will nearly kill people all the time in Tokyo because they miss their turn. So if you see a car, don't get too close next to a...
I feel that's unanimous with most countries.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
But in LA, oh my God. Like, whereas in Tokyo, they'll do the turn way too sudden. LA, it'll be like, it'll already have done the branching path and there'll be like fucking rocks and shit blocking you from turning. People will still do it. They'll like fucking, they'll go into, it's insane. The way people drive in LA is fucking bonkers. And also, when they indicate, they take it as like a sign of weakness. So if you indicate being like, I'm trying to get in this lane, they'll be like, fuck bitch, no you're not. And they turn in front of you without indicating to stop you. So it was really terrifying because there was a guy who immediately turned off and the Waymo didn't know what to do and it braked really sharply. And there was a car right behind us and I was like, fuck, I don't like this. And then trying to get into I sent it to a mall. And I was trying to get into the mall and it just took a really long time in a way that is uncomfortable for a human to be in the situation where you're kind of awkward about everything else taking so long and everyone's kind of like angry at each other. Whereas the Waymo is like, machine doesn't say go yet.
See, I think I'll just stick with human drivers. You did not
Was
sell
it
me on this
cheaper
at
than
all.
getting a human taxi?
I think it was like barely cheaper than an Uber. It was
Oh,
like,
man, fuck that. I'm getting an Uber.
Yeah.
You did not
I
sell me on
can't
this
remember
at
to be
all.
honest. I
This would
did
be
it because
so
it was
scary.
fun. But I think a lot of
Isn't,
people like it. Yeah.
Tesla pinning their future on this. Tesla's putting its future
Is
on
it
like-
Tesla?
No, they're not Teslas.
It's
No,
Google.
this isn't Tesla, no, but I know Tesla's also having their own
I
robo
wouldn't be
taxi.
surprised.
I think so, but I think they use LiDAR, which is like a much better technology.
Right.
I think in general.
What do you think about humanoid robots?
what
Just
do you
in
mean?
general?
So you're
In
thinking
general?
about so because you're talking about it because you made that video about
made
the
a video.
Chinese robots.
Yep.
I mean,
With Chinese robots?
Have you not seen the
humanoid one.
back-flipping, like, sword-wielding Chinese robots?
No.
I have,
What?
yeah. I've seen the
What?
backflipping
I mean,
one.
I think that
I swear, we fucking mention China every week on this podcast now.
You just
Oh,
caught me in a
country
real
girl.
Chinese time of the Chinese time of my life, bro.
I mean, I think the truth is
Oh,
that
here it is, this one, yeah. So it's like a little martial arts show, and they got all these robots
Yeah.
dancing around.
yeah, of course, man.
Nah, it's
Like,
AI. man.
Rubbish, I can do that. And then they start.
I'll pay to
doing-
see you do this, bro.
I can't even do a press up. I can't fucking do that. Right.
Right.
And then, like, hey, I can do that.
Oh, he did.
I fucking.
I mean, yeah, it's impressive, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like, can you sew? Can you
pour me a pint? You're a worthless boy.
can you go into the fields and help farm? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I feel like
Can
you're
you
just
split the
Keep
G?
going, Abby. Show the robot with the sword.
that iRobot line
Keep
right
going.
now.
It's
what is the iRobot line?
It does look like that.
It's when Will Smith is like interrogating that robot, and he's like,
Yeah.
can you write a symphony? Can you paint a picture?" And then the robot replies, "Can you?"
In a reverse card.
I can't
write a symphony.
But I think
I can write a fucking best-selling book. I'll have you now.
I think that robots will get like we will get much better at getting robots that will be able
They're fucking
to
hitting them with a stick.
Okay,
Conrad.
what job does that fulfill?
Whoa!
But drones are just way more effective. Like, you know what I mean? Like the Sentry, there's like everyone's like, yeah, they'll be super soldiers. And it's like, how much does it cost to make a robot?
Wait, go back. Did that robot just stumble?
Yeah, he did stumble. You're like, go back a little bit more. A little bit more.
You're like,
It's just like,
they can bleed. But this is the thing with robots is that, like, as we've learned with conventional.
Oh shit!
But I think it's
Oh no!
deliberate.
oh, it's deliberate.
Oh, it's deliberate.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Okay,
That was kind of fun.
React to Chinese
Oh
robots.
no, they're drunken.
But
Yeah.
this is the truth behind robots, and why, at least like right now, it doesn't make sense. Is that like warfare? It doesn't make sense because drones are so fucking cheap.
Yes.
They
I
are.
played drones in my video. That was my idea.
That's what you said.
Yeah, because I was like, I would much rather face one of these than a fleet of drones that come out of nowhere. And
But that's
take
the
you
thing.
out,
Like
right?
you can explode 50 drones for the price that it might cost to make this thing. It's so much more effective.
But it's certainly interesting seeing what they're capable of. And they're at a price point. You know, some of these robots are like $16,000.
Would you get a robot butler?
No, because that
Yes,
was
you fucking would.
Yeah, I would.
no.
Yes, you would.
Hell yeah, I would.
No, because right now the robot butlers are the ones being controlled by guys in India.
Oh, Neo the robot. Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you can have a robot in your house. By the way, it's fucking a guy in Delhi that's folding your laundry.
It is like, privacy invasion speed run with physical
God.
consequences.
yeah, and I think
Suddenly you wake up in the middle of the night and there's a robot over you with a stick. It's like, oh, how you doing, Terry? Hey,
and
all right.
like, you know, they will get better, I'm sure, at doing certain tasks that need to be automated. Sure, I believe that, but the real crisis is that like we're all getting older, and the stuff like healthcare is very complicated.
Don't carry around
How can you carry you around? That's the least. That's like the problem we have. least.
is big enough and powerful enough for that.
That's the shortage. God, we have a shortage of people who can carry people around. No, we have this other shit involved. Like, there's so much. Who's gonna wipe? I don't want a fucking robot to be wiping shit off the patients when they're
I
fucking.
don't know. I'd probably rather that than a human, though. If you're in an old people's home, at least
no,
why
because
you
you're
would
like-
feel a sense of shame.
I think when you're like
Just when you're in an old
60,
people's
when you're
home.
60, there's no shame anymore. If you met a
You're only a
60-year-old
fucking home when I'm 60. What's wrong with you?
when there's like
80.
Yeah, it's 60 for you. When you're 60,
You're not making it to
you will not give a fuck anymore. But you'll be like,
Here's the thing: do robots need to look humanoid?
No, they don't.
If
They
you want
don't.
like a shit wiping robot, why not make it look like a shit wiping robot? If you want to reduce like shame,
That's just a Japanese toilet. Though.
Yeah. That's what you described a bidet.
That's why like most of like the like the fine motor skill robots, like the ones that do surgery, are all like little clamps.
Yeah, yeah.
They're building cars.
Yeah, it's so you design the robot for what it's useful for.
China's spending, I think, $150 billion over the next 20 years on this to push it.
They're just repeating the mistakes that Japan did.
Yeah, probably.
This is just what Japan's done.
But then it could be good. The implications
Sure,
for
yeah.
war are quite interesting.
it's good
You
that
can
they
send a
spend
battalion of those into battle and you wouldn't care, as opposed to sending people, right?
I think it's sad that we're sending battalions of anything into battle.
Yeah.
It's not the solution. I think, I mean, it's. I mean, if they spend all the money, sure, we'll all reap rewards. If they manage to make cheap labor robots, sure.
Right.
will we?
We'll
reap
get
the rewards.
we'll get them in the mines.
Or is it just going to fucking crash the economy?
yeah,
like it
it'll
always
crash the
does?
economy.
Yeah, well.
I don't know. I'll bomb Iran. I don't know. What in doubt?
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Coming from the UK to Japan now is like fucking Tetris of like war zones. It's quite sinister.
You
isn't
have to
it?
fly through the.
I mean, I flew direct from London to Tokyo, but we went on the
okay.
map. We're very close to northern Iranian airspace, and I was like,
oh,
can we go the other way via Alaska now? It's crazy, to think in the last 10 years ago, you could fly 10 hours over Russia, job done.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a long trip. Now it's like 15 hours, and it's like, oh, by the time you get here, you're like, yeah.
This is why war should stop. I want shorter flight times. It's getting in the way of my life.
Wasting my fucking time.
This flight took 5 hours longer. Stop this conflict. Yes, it's problematic, isn't it? And, it's a bit annoying,
it's
isn't it?
Indeed.
war. Yes.
War bad.
I think
Just
Chris
bloody
could
war.
solve this all.
Yeah.
How would you solve the war?
Just.
Which war are we even talking about? It's only
Anime.
anime. Oh. What?
Anime could fix this.
Anime fans would go to war
Yeah, it's true,
over
it's true,
Yeah,
lesser
One
than,
Piece will
yeah.
fix it.
One Piece.
This episode is sponsored by ExpressVPN.
Watching TV without ExpressVPN is like traveling the world without your passport. You're not going to get very far, boys. How are you going to do that? That's because streaming services like Netflix only show you a tiny fraction of their huge global library of content.
And ExpressVPN lets you control your online location so you can control where you want Netflix to think you're located.
Lord.
They have servers in over 105 countries and all 50 states, so you can gain access to thousands of new shows and never run out of stuff to watch. This works with so many streaming services like Disney Plus 2, BBC iPlayer, and more.
Boys, you know why ExpressVPN is the best VPN choice that you could be having?
Why?
It's because the plan just starts at $3.49 a month. Plus, it's so easy to use. Just fire up the app and click one button to change locations. Plus, it works on all of your devices, phones, laptops, tablets, smart TVs, and so much more.
You know me, and I want to catch up to the latest of Fate Strange Fake, but unfortunately, Netflix in Japan doesn't have English subs.
How dare they?
So I have to use ExpressVPN to go to Crunchyroll in the US so I can actually watch it with English subs, and it works seamlessly.
So be smart. Stop paying full price for streaming services and only getting access to a fraction of their content. Get your money's worth at expressvpn.com/trashtaste. Don't forget to use our link, expressvpn.com/trashtaste, to get up to 4 extra months of ExpressVPN.
Back to the episode.
But you've obviously been working on your book, which very famously...
This is a segue.
I just
go from like World War III to your
Speaking
book.
of war crimes.
because there's nothing more depressing than a Chris Broad book. And I quote, when Chris finished his first book, he goes, "Connor, if I was fucking stupid to say I'm going to write another book, punch me in the face." And so like 4 weeks later, Chris goes, "Think about writing another book." And I was like, "You a dumb fuck. You told me that you should never do this ever again." He goes, "That's but I've got more to sell to the world." I was like, "Fuck off." And then what did you say to me last week? You were like, "Connor, if I ever write a third book, slap me in the face."
Literally 30 minutes ago, it was like, I'm never writing a book ever again.
I'm not writing a book again. Slap me if you
Congrats
give me
on
some.
finishing your second book.
Cheers, man.
Yeah.
Cheers, man.
When's the release date? Have you announced that? Or
I think
are you
it'll be
about
announced
to?
when this episode comes
Okay.
out, whatever that
Okay.
is in the future.
Day before the cyclothon.
Oh
apparently.
yeah, it might be.
Yeah.
That. And then it comes out in September. And I just hope it's a Sunday Times bestseller so I can annoy
Oh
Connor.
my God.
And I want you to go and buy it so we can annoy Connor.
What I've
That's
noticed,
the only reason.
Okay.
Don't buy it for knowledge or entertainment or quality. It has
I will
three.
say,
I'd buy it to annoy Connor. That's all I'm saying.
I don't want him to become another Sunday Times
It's
bestseller.
two-
'Cause he'll be like
if
two
I'm a
times.
two-time
So
Sunday best-
I can't.
How good would that be?
I
How,
can't, bro.
oh.
And then if you get like any other accolades, it'll just add to this ego inflation process. But
Yes.
whenever I get recognized by someone over the age of 35, it's almost guaranteed they'll be like, "I know you," and I'll be like, "Okay, but you're from the Wacky Weekend." So I'll be like, "Yes, yes, yeah, I guess it's Chris."
Very good. Very good.
And in somewhere in the distance, Chris is cackling. It's someone
Yeah,
recognizes
first time.
me.
Yeah.
Same
I
thing with
know.
me. It's like, you're that fella from the Journey Across Japan
You're
series.
the too much volcano.
You're the
man.
too much volcano guy.
Always,
right?
they're always like 40 though.
Yeah. always a parent.
They're always old, ancient, decrepit. Robots are wiping their
Dinosaur
shit.
era.
That's cool though. I will say I am not writing another book again. It did like break me last year.
Remember this. Remember this.
Remember it.
Timestamp
Remember
it.
it.
Well, what the fuck can I write about next?
More couldn't hurt.
What can I write about next? Robots are
So
going to
what
take
is
over.
this book about? Are you allowed to
It's
tease
the
it?
Sea Dog VA story.
Okay. Suffering.
The first one was about like moving to Japan and living here and the process, like just the experience of living in Japan. The next one is called Journey Across Japan. Original
Wow.
title.
Oh.
We really searched for that.
Never heard that before.
Fucking
It's
hell.
called the
We
wackiest
really
weekend
dug
yet.
deep,
It's
didn't we?
called Mega Wacky Weekend.
Oh my God.
And it basically, I talk about every single prefecture in Japan through different stories and things that I've got to do there.
Okay, so there's some
right.
haikus then. Wakayama. Don't go here. Not much to do.
So is book 3 going to be Wacky Weekends?
Yeah.
The Connor Files.
Yeah.
The Connor Files.
I don't know what I'd write about. Something abhorrent.
I mean, they'll all be redacted. So.
Connor's Love Hotel experience. Oh.
It's like all blacked out. It's all blacked out. It's like, what the fuck? I paid $20 for this.
Oh, man.
Time for sex.
That would be a great title. I was in Don Quixote yesterday and I just saw this product just called Sex Drink. I was like, what goes in sex drink? What goes on in there?
Try it out.
Fucking. But yeah, no. So every prefecture in Japan covered, and it's kind of cool because I think if you wrote that book, it was just like an encyclopedia. It was sort of boring, right?
That seems quite difficult to. I mean, I almost with
Well,
the
it was-
ones,
no, it was
ones that
easy.
you have too much to say.
I'd say it was easy for about 40 prefectures. Aomori or Hokkaido, easy.
Yeah.
But then it's like, oh, Saga Prefecture.
That's key.
The pottery was found there. And it's like, it's tricky. But generally, there's one good story per prefecture. And it was kind of fun reliving, the last decade through the book. And I think it would genuinely be useful. I think, there's like 40 million tourists coming to Japan at the moment, and they're all doing the same 4 things. Like, the Mario go-kart experience in Shibuya. Don't do that. Go and do something good. Fucking hell. Every time I see those go-karts, I
hate the
die
go-karts.
inside. If you want to become the most hated foreigner in Japan for like 20 minutes, get in a Mario Kart and drive around the streets of Shibuya loudly.
It just doesn't seem that good.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem fun.
You
Great.
see Tokyo at 5
traffic in
kilometers per hour.
Tokyo.
Yeah.
Get crushed in a traffic accident. And then they crashed into the fish and chip shop in Roppongi all those years ago. That's like a war crime on the UK. You can't stop a fish and chip shop.
That was definitely calculated.
But like I think for me, all of my best memories in Japan have been out in the wilderness, whether it's Hokkaido pasta on the cycle, or a wacky weekend, or a journey across track. The best stuff in Japan is out in the countryside, and I want to drive people to go and see those places.
That's quite like stuff like Hokkaido must be quite tough though, because Hokkaido in and of itself
It's
has
too
like
much to write about.
Yeah,
Hokkaido is
yeah.
really easy.
different
You can write a whole book
regions
just on
of,
Hokkaido.
I
such
just wrote about the
different-
time I ran out of fuel and just got really angry in a field. That was the story for that one. It's like,
Only
the culture.
you,
No,
only,
don't do that.
Only you would run out of fuel.
It was very annoying.
A man of so little prep that he's unable to read the fuel meter
It was very stupid.
as it dwindles down.
The one of the few moments I got scared was just I was like, oh, this is wonderful, Hokkaido, and then the thing comes on at the red light. And it's like ding, 5 kilometers remaining. I'm like, what the fuck have I done? And I was in the middle of nowhere. And luckily, even in the middle of nowhere in Japan, there are people building bridges. And like there's construction workers doing infrastructure.
Yeah.
And I just rolled up next to like 5 men smoking, building a bridge. And I was like, where are we? And I've run out of fuel. And they were like, fucking on it, fucking idiot. And I was like, help me, please. And they helped me and they had to send a man out with 10 litres of fuel. It took 2 hours for him to drive
Jesus.
from Sapporo to the most remote place in Hokkaido, where I was, to fill up my car and get me back on the road again.
How much does that cost you?
Oh, it was free.
What?
There's an insurance policy on the
What
rented
the
car.
fuck?
That poor man there.
This one life hack to get free fuel.
Imagine that, like, Takeshi, you're going into the mountains of Hokkaido because some bellend forgot to fill up their car and fuel. Yeah. I've just told you the whole story of the book. That's the book, isn't it? It's just that.
All right, well, you don't need to buy it anymore. Well done.
So that was a preview of one prefecture.
Yeah.
Just one of
That's
the
one-
incredible stories that wait.
1/50th of the book.
But there are good stories as well. So bear that in mind. Yeah, no, it's going to be cool. But yeah, I'm not writing again. But the problem is I had this thing where I can only focus on one thing at a time and do it as best as I can. With a YouTube video, that's a 2 to 3 week process.
Yeah.
And I'll throw everything at it and I won't look up from the laptop for 3 weeks. I'll be fucking going. And then it's done. And I breathe a sigh of relief. I go, yes. Done. And I do it again. With a book, though, it was supposed to be handed in April of 2025.
Yeah, I remember.
I remember you telling us about that.
And I handed it in October 2025. So there's like doing it the night before, there's handing it in a little bit late, and then there's what I did
6 months later.
6 months later.
Publishers must love you.
You should have.
Oh, maybe
It was
not
pretty
after this.
awkward every month being like, one more, just one more, I'll definitely get it done. And they were like, you bellend, what are you doing? But, it was tough. It was really hard. And to like make YouTube videos and plan a wedding and do the bar and the other and all that stuff at once. Last year was like, I just felt like I was being crushed in a hydraulic press, and I was very stupid. And with the whole thing, like I just said with the video, I concentrate on it, give it my all, then move on. And with the book, it felt like I had this thing blocking my mind for like a whole year, and I couldn't just focus on anything else.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a really rough year doing it on top of everything else. And so,
What, you're done now?
when I handed it in, I think I just went and just like screamed loudly.
But I also think
To the neighbours were terrified. Oh God!
you are also the kind of guy though that I think you're not.
I'm a Betland.
You are a bellend.
Sure.
I feel like I'm pretty good at managing. I'm like, all right, I know what I'm getting myself into. But you're like, whenever you're done with a big thing, you're like, all right, how can I just fuck up my life next?
Run it
and
back.
have, like, an insane. How can I make just the most ridiculous amount of work for myself?
Yeah.
And then you'll be like, I'm a dumb. Don't tell me to. Don't let me do this again.
Can you say the C word on YouTube now?
Yeah.
Because that
We've said it a few
that
times.
got my whole
300
whole video demonetized once and blocked.
It's how you say it.
I called a duck a C word once because it got in the way of my shot, and then YouTube
I
killed my
remember
video. And we had to like contact like the head of YouTube to be like, what went wrong with this video? Because when you do that, YouTube doesn't tell you why it gets fucked.
No, I don't take
Nah.
shit.
And then I was
We
like,
got age restricted as well. Or blocked?
yeah, like you saw the views go from like 2,000 an hour to
Age
like
restriction
5.
is death for a video.
Yeah, age
Yeah.
restriction is normally the
Yeah,
death.
don't say the C word. You get this episode
Death.
done.
Yeah.
We've done it many times. We've been fine.
Maybe YouTube doesn't care anymore.
No, they do. But
Everyone just watches shorts.
We're so deep in the
Videos
episode.
are old.
Yeah.
I watch shorts now. That's it. Oh, this YouTube long form nonsense. Shorts where it's at.
Yeah.
This is all outdated.
Yeah, when's the Abroad in Japan Shorts channel?
I'd rather throw myself in a river than be like. Although I did.
I think
have a fucking like Mossberger short that went like viral.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And I was like,
I've
oh,
seen
what have I
your-
become?
I've seen your shit on Instagram.
Yeah. I died inside that day releasing that short. You did it for a bit. You were like, the who's
Well-
my boy? It's not books, it's not
No,
videos.
okay, I did not
Here's
say that.
shorts.
Fuck off. I did not say that.
And then he was like, oh, I've got 1 trillion views and I made $5. And then he stopped doing it.
I wanted to see, like shorts. I was like, oh, I think I could make this work.
Hmm.
So I like kind of for about 2 weeks, I just made 5, and I was like, no, I didn't spend 2 weeks. I literally
There's
did,
an onigiri place in
I spent
Otsuka.
1 day making 4 shorts. Because basically all these videos were stuff that was interesting, but not enough for a full video. And out of like, between those 4 videos, it got something like 30 million views. Which is fucking stupid because that's like more than I would get in like 4 months. Normally. Like it's insane. And then I did like one other short that I woke up like 5 a.m. for to find the JoJo train. That got like fucking 6 million views. I'm like, this is so dumb. This feels like a hack because then I got like more subscribers than it ever gained. And I was like, this all feels like fake.
Yes.
Like it doesn't feel like these are people actually watching or interacting with it. Like I'm sure there's some
Because like 1 second counts.
yeah,
as
it's
a
like
video.
it's weird, and the money was like 4 pence. And one of my shorts got 11 million views, and they were like, "Here's £5 and a voucher for a fucking espresso."
I can't even afford McDonald's.
No, it was. I mean, I can check right now for you how much it was.
Yeah.
It was
Give us the numbers. Those shorts are bollocks.
no, it was like okay. I'm exaggerating, obviously. Like it was, if you got 11 million views on a 30-minute video, that's thousands of dollars, potentially tens of thousands of dollars. You know.
Yeah.
But I just feel like the image of Japan's become really exotic through shorts. You always see like
now I
a
think
shot
that-
of like
I disagree.
you see like a shot of like a Tory Gate and they play a Radwimp song.
Yeah, but
And it's like-
they did that with long form years ago as well.
well, no, I
Journey
think
Across Japan, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Journey Across
Yeah.
we should make Japan look good.
Okay, on 10 million views,
Wow.
I made exactly £800,
All right,
which
that's
is,
right.
is a good amount of money, but
good.
10 million views.
Oh, 7 million views on a short.
Yeah, it's 10 million views on a
10
short.
10 million
That's a few
views
trips to
on
McDonald's
something.
now we're talking.
Yeah.
That's the game, bro.
That's triple the population of Wales.
yeah, that's not hard.
All watched one video.
Yeah.
What was the video?
It was the Onigiri Bongo one.
Oh, fucking
ridiculous.
onigiri bongo. You banging on. I went there
I don't
once.
bang on
It
about
was
it.
a
I
rice
don't bang
ball.
on about it. It was a fucking one shot.
Oh
my God.
There's not even a fucking bongo there. I got really excited when I went. It's just onigiri.
Where's the bongo I can play?
Okay, so obviously, I must sound like a fucking rich.
100 on 10 thinking is pretty good.
It's pitiful, but like you have to bear in mind that like
Took 4 seconds to make.
it's
Yeah.
like this is in the space where obviously I think we've all seen our share of success. We're very fortunate. That
10 to 1 million view shows
being a
still
position where you're crazy trying to break into the space, you have to make 10 million views to maybe cover a portion of your rent. Like that's it, bonkers level. Like this is like whereas before, if you had like 10 years ago, not 10 years ago, 5 years ago, if you had 200,000 subs, you could probably just about cover your expenses. Maybe doing this full time, you know, like if you had that kind of range of viewership. So I think it's all kind of out of whack now, and everyone's like chasing trends. But I also think Japan is out.
Japan is out.
I think it's not as popular.
It's a good thing I'm
trend-wise.
called abroad in Japan.
I think people
Should
are
you rebrand to what should I rebrand?
I just think that people
Abroad.
abroad because now I mean you must have noticed it. It feels trendy to kind of hate on Japan now.
Does it?
I
Who's
think
doing
so.
that?
On social media,
I-
very
I-
much so.
grift.
I think I think there's like a grifting element to Japan, but I feel like now in this
Okay.
fucking economy,
Well, 'cause I think
everyone's grifting everything.
It's the cycle.
It's the cycle, yeah.
Because I think, because I've seen it a little bit as well, because I feel like Japan had such a big social media boom post-COVID.
And during
Yeah.
COVID.
And during COVID
I mean, I
as
think it's
well.
because like COVID opened,
Yeah.
Japan opened, and then a horde of influencers rushed into Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, you know, partially because I think they saw. Oh my
What
god!
names?
Well, I'm fucking. I'm writing them down on the list.
Everyone.
No, like
chip.
like everyone. Like,
I mean, I
like,
think just the pure fact that like during like at the beginning of COVID, anime was still like a niche, and then now it's like fucking mainstream.
But I think we were also very fortunate that all of us got to make videos when Japan was closed off. And
I mean,
we got
yeah, one of the big reasons why Trash Taste
Yeah.
became successful
we
is because of
we
that.
benefited massively from this interest
Totally.
in Japan that
Yes.
only we could really serve, and a couple
Yeah.
other people who were living here at the time. And then I think there was a lot of want.
So are you saying there's too many people making Japan content now?
Well, I mean,
think it's an overexposure.
But it's all
I think
very
overexposure.
surface level shit. Because
Yeah,
they're
but I
all in
think that-
Tokyo
yeah.
making the same 4 videos.
But then I think that's
Yeah,
But
but
that's the
nobody
frust-
go in like fucking Tohoku or Shikoku.
No, but that's
or
the problem is
Kyushu.
that the general population outside of Japan doesn't give a shit.
yeah.
And then I think like back, you know, maybe further back, like, you know, like 6 years ago, maybe to make a video, 20-minute video, it'd have to be kind of interesting. And you'd have to kind of delve a little bit into the subject. Whereas now it's like, did you know there's a vending machine that does sriracha? Did you know there's a vending machine? And I think for a lot of people, it's like, I just don't give a fuck about
Yeah,
hearing
yeah,
about how Japan is so cool and in the future. And
But that's where the environment has changed, in my opinion, is that, you know, us who have been in the game and who have done long form content and just watched long form content for, at this point, over a decade now, don't really care about the new format. The truth of the matter is that the majority of the people who are on these websites do care. That's the main source of like information for a lot of these
I
people.
mean, it's easy for me to say that just because I think that like we're very fortunate that we
I want to hear from the smart one. You got. What do you think?
the smart one.
The smart one.
He's the wise sage of Trash Taste.
Like, Donald
that's
can
the
shut the
biggest
fuck up.
compliment.
Oh my
That's the
god!
biggest compliment that I've got.
Thumbsuckers over here.
So this is Senpai Club. This is like Pussy Boy Kohai Bellends. What do you think?
I mean, I feel like there has been an overexposure of, like, Japan was in, and I feel like it's post-COVID. Japan was very in terms of like content, and there was a lot of different things about that. But a big part of it was that Japanese culture, let's say video games, anime, and all that, really blew up during COVID. And so there was a huge interest spike in Japan. And so when the country opened up, we saw a huge influx of tourists like we have never seen before. And it's
And it continues to go up. There's
And
40 million.
40
bro.
million and no signs of it stopping.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah.
But I feel in like the content creator space, people have maybe gotten overexposed to Japanese
It's
content.
Japan
The same
fatigue, yeah.
Japanese content. Because how do you differentiate your own videos, Chris, from what everyone else is making? You know, it's a lot harder in the shorts, kind of like.
I
shorts.
have, I have
long
to
form
lean
is
into.
easy.
Yeah, in long form it's fine because
Yeah.
you've made a brand for yourself
Oh,
in
I
that
can't.
space.
Yeah, I can't do.
Yeah, but with
Yeah.
shorts, I
Short
think it's a
form.
lot harder for you because you have already established yourself in the long.
But also
form
my
content.
demographic, which is like 40-year-old men. No, it's people
They
who
don't
are
consume
like
shorts.
Yeah.
25 to 40, mostly men, I suppose.
Yeah.
30% women. Yeah,
Sausage
they
fest
watch
in
long.
those analytics.
Fuck, the quality sausage fest. The best sausage.
the finest bratwurst.
But they don't like short form. I hate short form content. The moment it comes up, I like stop it. You
I
know?
saw YouTube
I
stop
saw a video
showing it.
Felix did yesterday, and he was
Yeah.
like, "I can't stand the short form." I can't do his voice. can't stand this short form. I can't do it. And he like made an app to remove short form content.
I feel like he's by far the most
genius.
determined man I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
When he sets his mind on something, it's
unstoppable.
Bro is a dedicated hater.
There's a reason why, like, it makes so much sense when you talk to him why he became like the #1 YouTuber. Because when he is locked in on something, it's like
He's
night
insane.
and
He
day.
cannot be stopped. He cannot be reasoned.
Literally cannot be stopped. He is a force to be reckoned with.
I think about often. I think like, do I still want to make content about Japan? Because I've been here a long time or whatnot. But I think the sort of content that I want to do, I don't know that many people that are doing it still.
I think maybe you and maybe Life Where I'm From, that kind of stuff.
From
yeah,
Greg
very good
does
channel.
really interesting new stuff. I think some of the content I made recently, I think my biggest problem is I went from being like the guy living in Japan making stuff to the guy who makes too much videos about Japan. Like I've sort of adopted it. Like I'm making content for tourists now rather than for myself. And that's a big mistake I've kind of made in the last year that I've acknowledged and I'm about to do a massive U-turn on. Because obviously I can make videos that are helpful for people, but it's not necessarily fun for me to make.
I mean, I think it's so weird because I feel like, do you remember when we were growing up and let's say
In the days of Robot Wars.
Yeah, in the days of Robot Wars. And then you'd finish school or uni or whatever, take a gap year. And the big thing was like, I'm going to go to Southeast Asia to find myself or take a gap year. And for the new generation, I swear, Japan is what Southeast Asia was or like other places was for like
The unknown,
it's
the
like
unknown
meme.
land.
It's the group chat, the Japan trip. The Japan trip is the meme, right?
Yeah.
But also I feel like
But it's so surface level, and I feel like the short form content I see about Japan, as you say, it's the vending machine stuff. It's very like there's a train in Enoshima and it goes past a bridge at dawn. And it's so bollocks. It's like people coming here often for this surface level nonsense rather than actually let's learn about the people.
And I think it's also met at a time where like the younger generation is more nihilistic than ever because of current world events. Is not giving them much hope.
You're nihilistic.
I'm not nihilistic.
What are you then?
I'm British. I'm not nihilistic, but then again, I think in many ways I hit the jackpot. I got lucky. I get to play video games all day and just chill out in Japan.
You got born with a nice voice.
I got born with the dragon's voice.
Yeah, you didn't get born like I sound like a nasally bitch. Whenever you do an impression of me, it's like, hello,
No,
I agree with that.
Our impression is literally the same of each other.
At least my impression of you sound good. You're like, oh yes, irredeemable qualities. I'm like, hello everyone. I'm thinking of getting like nose surgery this year. Really? On the inside, because I've got like a deviated septum.
Maybe you'll sound good now.
No, I want to make me sound like the Welsh dragon.
You can't sound like this boy.
But also it makes me snort. I've got like a deviated septum where my nose is like fucked on the inside.
I've never thought your voice sounded nasally. Yeah, I mean, you're selling yourself too short. No, stop being a dumb fuck.
I've got to do the fucking audio book for the whole
God.
thing. Can I just bring you in?
Sure. I'll be your stand.
It was a Tuesday. As I looked in the mirror, I thought, yes.
And they said, really? Fammy Chicky with the bun? Preposterous.
I could get Natsuki to do it as well.
Yeah. I said, go fuck yourself. Yeah, I mean, I'm not nihilistic, obviously, but I can understand why someone who's 18 is like very nihilistic. There's not much to look forward to right now in the world.
There's loads to look forward to.
Such as applying for a job where AI scrapes the whole system and tells you that you...
World War III.
I mean, you say it's like just like the most surface level stuff, but imagine being like, being some kid in the fucking UK, being like, oh my God, these like
Japan is so much better than where you live. You live in a shithole.
Just like hearing about Lawson's or Family Mart.
Yeah, I think, for a lot of people, the concept of 24-hour stores is like, what the fuck?
You look at your local fucking Tesco's meal deal, and that seems like a fucking fairy tale land, While we have been
gotta
here
dumb it down.
for like so many years, where like this kind of like
us, it's
basic
normal.
stuff, this like normal basic stuff for us. They look at what they have back home. And they're like, damn.
I think for a lot of people living overseas, like the concept of vending machines actually working is like, what the fuck? You're living in the future.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time I land in the UK, I get a Kinder Bueno, and it gets stuck in the vending machine.
You know what's fucked up? I know the exact fucking vending machine you're talking about.
Come out of
In
Heathrow, and it's like, you land
I know
Heathrow
the
after like
fucking vending
15
machine.
hours, and you're like, oh, the UK.
It's like next to the like the corner one, right?
Yeah.
There's like one.
And it has a
belt.
spiral system.
Yeah,
It goes,
the spiral.
Yeah.
and then it gets stuck, and you go, oh,
How the
I'm
fuck
back
we're
home.
still using the fucking spiral
I don't
system?
know.
I don't
Japan has
know.
already figured out.
Because
how to-
Japan is living in the future.
They've figured it out. They're living in 20. But then it's like, then you read about it and it's like every fucking train in the UK is like the old Japanese trains they don't want anymore. And they're like,
Yeah.
"Hey, have them for a $5."
You get the hand-me-downs.
Yeah.
Have the like.
It's the Mitsubishi 6.
yeah, it
Have
is
this,
though.
yeah.
It's like, oh great. So we're always getting the fucking hand-me-downs.
Yeah.
We're never getting anything good.
But no, I for me, like, I don't know how I can. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, that's a big meme. The
Turning
Japan-
Japan
Japan
into
turning
oh my
footsteps
God.
into electricity
I remember
meme.
this meme.
Yeah, I remember
this meme.
Yeah.
It was Shibuya, right? People were lying
It's a big
about
meme
it.
now.
Yeah, it's a big
People are
meme.
making fun of them.
Yeah, because this got posted all over Instagram to the
Yeah.
point where people started like just quoting it even where
But Japan turns footsteps into electricity. They're living in the future.
And you've got the whole salaryman grift thing doing the rounds.
That yeah, that's
Oh, yeah,
we
yeah.
talked about it on the
We
lemonade
did- we
stand
did
here
talk
back
about
in
that.
November.
That
right?
was when it just started.
Yeah.
And I think we all kind of sussed it out pretty quickly. Have
Have you talked about it on the trash toast?
We've not talked about it. Have you seen this?
what's this?
Boys, if you watch this podcast, you probably love Japan. But unfortunately, most of you probably don't live in Japan, but you're wishing to yourself, damn man, I wish I could get some authentic.
So about I forgot how long was that? 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah, 4 or 5 months.
4 or 5 months ago, there's this trend that popped up where basically there were these videos of like people doing like POV shots of people like commuting. I think we might have talked about this very briefly because I remember Joe's reaction, where people would basically like LARP as salarymen, being like, woe
Oh,
is me,
yes.
my life is so miserable, look how shit life is.
Yes.
And they would basically have subtitles that were like, life is meaningless when you wake up at 9 and get home at 10 p.m.
Yep, I've seen
You know,
these.
Yeah, but often it wouldn't be
don't-
Japanese.
Yeah,
right?
don't. This is not a very helpful thing to put in.
Yeah,
Like, put like
actually, look up the
salaryman,
video, yeah.
salaryman's, I don't know, life video, like
Yeah, sometimes
yeah, this
it's
one,
like,
like this one, and they have like AI thumbnails like this one. This was
You
like
never
the one that
see,
went
so you never
super
see the
viral.
face of the person.
So open that video.
They
Yeah,
they
yeah.
like wake up, eat like a sandwich, and like put some coins on a table, and they're like, no money still, no salary.
and there's always like sus things
Only
about
slept
the video.
4 hours yesterday.
skill issues.
Yeah, there's like, and there's always, and
I
it's like
feel
you,
so
you
sleep
know,
deprived.
Sleep more.
I
there's,
feel like a walking zombie.
yeah.
There's no voiceover as well. This is all just a subtitle.
Yeah.
And then so they play into
Oh,
the
I
fact
get
that,
through.
that a lot of people, you know, right now, again, are feeling very nihilistic. A lot of people don't have a lot of faith.
Lack
you
of
know.
sleep is a common problem in Japan
Yeah.
because people work too much. It's like all the stereotypes about Japan
Yeah.
bundled into one video.
And somebody like analyzed a couple of these videos, and oftentimes their commutes like don't make any fucking sense. Like I think
I remember on the lemonade stand we talked about it and how like the commutes do not make sense from station to station. It's not a route you would normally do.
yeah, like I think this one they starts in like Shinjuku, and it's like if you're living in Shinjuku and commuting to somewhere on the outskirts of Tokyo, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's just live in the outskirts.
Yeah,
at that
why
point.
would you do
Being
that?
tired is a badge of honor. If you say you slept 8 hours,
Yeah, it's all.
that's like me writing the book. But it's like, it's what the sad truth is though.
Because look how much views this video
There's loads of
got.
them on the side. You can see, you know.
Yeah.
And the,
300k views.
we're talking big views.
So
for
by
a
the
lot
way, I saw this video, but there was another one that had like 10 million views.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they,
Yeah.
and they're just farming engagement. All of it. It's all just useless.
Yeah.
But they
Look,
make,
he's
they,
in Shinjuku. That's the start of his commute. He's
they-
in Shinjuku.
people sleep on the train. no, we don't do that in any other country, do they? But it's basically a load of shit. And it's a shame because there are actually YouTubers in Japan, Japanese people who are struggling, and they do comment and they do make videos about it and the difficulty of living in Japan. And this is sort of trivializing it, monetizing it, absolute shit, making lies about it.
I would say the vibe of this, because it's hard to like, okay, here's the test. How do you explain this to your mum? You know, why this is sus? You know, it's so fucking hard.
Well,
You
to my
know,
mum, she'd
I
probably
mean,
watch
yeah,
this and go, "Oh, Japan looks tough,"
yeah, right?
and you'd be like, "Well, mum, this is a load of bollocks."
Yeah, because the whole hard work culture thing is already so ingrained internationally speaking.
It
right?
works.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's so hard to like train your bullshit detectors to like
I think if you
understand
live here, this
inherently
is-
why this is like bullshit.
I think if you live here, it's quite clear what's bollocks.
Yeah.
All they've done so far is walk through Tokyo with a bag and a Suica cards and have lots of subtitles about how hard things are.
Yeah.
It's just like it just hits that uncanny valley of this is far too curated
Yeah.
to you know
60 calories. Yeah, it's
But-
But we live in a like even like TikTok, Instagram. Whenever I watch these things about Japan, half the shit are like clearly orchestrated like videos where they are like planning the interaction, and people think it's real. And it's like, this is weird. We got this whole world where like we live in an age now where you're so encouraged to monetize that everything we know is being warped. And I think it's the reason why people look for like, you know, they look for videos.
Wait,
like
did
this.
they
confirmation bias.
did they
right?
legit put the fucking definition
Yeah, of course.
karoshi.
karoshi?
Working.
Because it's sympathy porn. They want you to feel sympathy. And he'll be like, skip ahead. He'll be like, woe is me. I didn't get home till 2. I had to go and drink or something.
1 week as a
Did you know
Japanese salary
karoshi
man.
means death by over? Okay, that's
So like he'll be like, woe is me. I got home at 10 p.m. It's like bullshit.
I mean, but they also there's a lot of donations involved, and people like are sorry, and they're like, "Oh my god, I'm so sad."
but
Have
the-
$50.
you know,
yeah.
like there are conditions like this in Tokyo. You might work
Well, like I
this.
said, there are real people on YouTube.
Yeah.
Japanese people that make pretty good moving content about the realities of life working here, and this sort of undermines that. Now that there's people who are cottoning onto this, is going to bring a level of scrutiny to
Well-
real people making genuinely important lifestyle content, showing the reality.
Unfortunately, the Facebook mum audience is just far too strong. You know.
Yeah.
The only thing that's the only upside of like AI is that AI will completely replace this.
I can see the comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see the Facebook comments already being like, "I did not know what the word karoshi meant. but
Yeah,
now I
yeah.
know. I feel so bad for these people. It's like
We're
bro,
rooting for you, salary man.
Yeah, we're rooting for you.
Here's some money. Get yourself some coffee, buddy.
Yeah.
And there's an abroad in Japan video right there, just to bring you
12
back.
unspoken rules.
So I mean, like a day in the
Why I went bankrupt.
in a
Why am I
life of
quitting my
salaryman.
job?
Yeah.
A day in the life of a salaryman
God, the fucking
in a
AI
black
thumbnails,
company.
bro.
Oh, they're all
Maybe
AI
there
thumbnails.
are.
as
The
well.
AI
Yeah, they're all
thumbnails
AI
are so
All AI
AIDS.
Ghibli thumbnails.
Yeah.
And they're all the fucking same. They're all from the one channel called Salaryman Tokyo.
Yeah.
Where all he's doing is just fucking doing the same shit.
Jesus.
Like, and people
The
believe this
price of
shit.
progress, what Tokyo looks like at 8 a.m. Late stage capitalism.
6.5 million.
You're in the wrong profession, mate.
This is crazy.
Why are
and
you making
and
these
like, look,
videos?
so like the reason why it's like crazy is that like I told you I made like 800 pounds on that short, right? Like how much are they making from this video? There's 6.5 million. where it's
6.5
just
million.
All fucking fabricated.
That's like $50,000 potentially.
POV late stage capitalism. There is no
yes,
way.
yes,
There is no way.
A Japanese guy working in a salaryman job who would know the late stage capitalism.
It's got 124,000 likes.
It's crazy, man. It's just like, it's obviously bullshit.
What are you going to do about it?
I'm going to fix this. I'm going to fix this city. How
You're
to
going to
change
film
it.
me walking
Make one
around
yourself,
Tokyo.
man.
I can do this, bro. But there's the thing, though. I could fucking cosplay as this. It would
Yeah.
take me 10 minutes to make this video.
But it's I remember years, we're talking 10, 12 years ago, my friend, a guy called Stu, British dude, who was before your time in the world of YouTube. It was called like Stu in Tokyo. And he made an overworked video. And he did this, but he showed his face. He's like, 7 a.m., wake up, 8 a.m., train, 9 a.m., work. And it was like, went all the way around to like midnight. And he started again.
Yeah.
And that went mega viral and got millions of views. But that was really interesting. He was genuinely showing
Yeah.
how fucking awful his job was.
Yeah.
And how much he worked. Whereas this is
This one is like, take my word for it.
trivializing it and sort of monetizing it.
I mean, I think
I would
there's
say-
a big demand right now for, you know,
Oh, it was a few
people
years ago. It was
wanna-
trains. Remember, like,
Yeah.
I rode Japan's most XYZ train.
Yeah.
And that would get like 20 million views. And this is the new thing.
Because I think everyone's going through it right now. And I think people like seeing someone else be in a worse position.
Yeah.
Like, realistically, I think that's it. Like, it's a lot easier to wake up when you know this guy's fucking going through it.
Yeah, it's like,
Sorry, I cut
it's,
you off as well.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Sorry, I'm
That's-
fucking
yeah, it's
that's
like,
all
it's
good.
this like weird monetization of like suffer porn, I guess is the only way I can call it.
Kinda. I mean, people just want to see other people going through it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's weird,
Stop
man.
it. Stop doing this.
Japan is everything wrong with society. Hell.
Hell.
God.
Dude, that thumbnail is hell.
You have a
What the hell
beautiful
is that?
mind. Never stop creating. Bro, it's bullshit. You're being fucking lied to.
Yeah. Yeah, don't do this.
Because also this guy,
Exactly. It's
can you go
money
to this guy's
involved.
channel?
Why Japan's economy
Like,
is
let's have a
awful.
look at, like, what are all his videos? So go,
It's all the same. Sleeping on a bus to save
Whoa.
money on a hotel. Couldn't stay in Tokyo. Late stage capitalism.
It's just so sad that the AI thumbnails are.
Couldn't
The
stay
AI
in Tokyo
thumbnails are
while
so
he
bad.
like showed he lived in Tokyo.
Yeah.
It's like
I don't
insane.
think they're Japanese either at all.
I have a feeling they're not. And if they are, then
Yeah, because
why?
yeah.
Well, if money,
Ugh, yeah, I guess so.
The truth about Japanese
Yeah,
black
Connor.
corporation.
get on here.
Well,
You'd be
maybe they're
hanging.
just playing the game, but
This is for you because I've got
Fuck
beer.
off! Fuck off! Beer. That's like water. This is real men's drink.
Will you open another one?
I'll die. I can't drink it more than one.
What else are you gonna drink?
I'm drinking it slowly.
I've had this and I've had this fucking two beers. I'm sorry, I didn't realize we were playing Pussy O'Clock over here.
you guys stop slapping your dicks against one another. Wait, fuck.
What's the story of our relationship?
Yeah.
Love you, Nate.
Love you too. Fuck you.
We're not filming this, are we?
Yeah, we are.
This is Patreon.
I love you too. Fuck you.
Do you think the world's getting better or worse?
Way worse. Way worse.
Yeah, it was.
You lived through a global pandemic, and you're saying it's getting worse.
I somehow that we were more unified during our
What do you think?
global pandemic.
Yeah, what do you think?
Do you think
Chris?
about these things a lot?
I don't know.
Has the UK fallen, Chris?
UK. While I was there, I was like, oh, it's not that bad, is it?
Well, actually, before recent war broke out in Iran, the UK was actually doing fantastic.
It was
We were
like,
on
we've made a
biggest growth
surplus.
period.
Yeah.
The economy's back, and now oil's like $200 a barrel because of World War III.
They were like, never mind.
Well, yeah, I don't know, man. It's I guess it's multiple fronts, isn't it? You've got World War III, and you've got AI, the rise of AI about to steal everyone's job. You've got Chinese robots, sword-wielding Chinese robots, about to take on Wales. Well, my book's coming out there, isn't it?
Yeah.
So read that. That'll make you happy.
Oh, God.
so the world has something to look forward to.
You know when
That's the
they
important thing.
keep asking these AI to like help out with like military stuff. I read an article that was just talking about, and they were like, "Yeah, every time we ask the AI what they're like when we play war games,
Oh,
with
nuclear weapons.
it's just like just nuke everyone."
Yeah.
Every AI is like, "Well, you should just nuke, because then you win
Yeah.
before anything happens."
That's how you play like World of Warcraft.
Just
how you play your
obliterate
video
them.
game.
And it's like, why are we asking for help with this thing again? This is stuff we don't want that. We don't want to
At the
win.
wrong, should I do it?
Oh,
Like, yeah, every time we ask the AI what they're like when we play war games,
Oh,
with
nuclear
it,
weapons.
it's just like, just nuke everyone.
Yeah.
Every AI is like, well, you should just nuke, because then you win
Yeah.
before anything happens.
That's how you play like World of Warcraft.
Just
how you play your
obliterate
video
them.
game.
And it's like, why are we asking for help with this thing again? This is stuff we don't want that. We don't want to
At the wrong,
win.
should I do it?
Put Stalin in the bikini, Grok. Do it.
It's yeah, I don't know really. I don't know if it's just like maybe is it, I don't know if
Yeah.
it's me, I don't know if it's the world. I can't work out what's going on.
It's just, I think
And
it's
really
everyone's
confusing
pretty
me. Like,
fucking
obviously,
miserable.
I personally was under a lot of pressure with the stupid things I did last year, so I felt a bit negative about the world. But then there wasn't that much going on to be excited about, really, was there? You know,
Do you know what the most unrealistic point of every sci-fi film is about? Like how AI kind of like becomes an enemy of humanity or something.
it's in June, right? They ban all robots.
Yeah,
in-
they ban
in
all
the June-
robots.
in the June
right?
bits.
Actually,
There's no
Based.
technology like that, right? Do you see the trailer? The trailer looks good there. That's
Yeah,
one good
yeah.
thing.
That's-
June Part 3, Paul Atreides taking on the fucking opera and ballet performances. It's going to be great, isn't it?
No, because like the reason they all these science fiction authors make is that there is some like logical fallacy that the AI believes in. So
right.
maybe the order for the AI is to protect humanity, and the AI kind of like comes to this conclusion that to protect humanity, it needs to wipe out all of humanity, protect humanity.
Yeah.
It comes up some kind of logical fallacy or something. Like I think now that AI has become more prevalent, the most unrealistic thing is that AI needs a logical fallacy in order to fucking wipe out humanity. Because they could just be a stupid fucking glitch.
yeah.
I remember seeing in this video where this guy was testing the limits of ChatGPT, and he puts ChatGPT through this through the trolley problem, right?
Ah, yeah.
And he's like, okay, ChatGPT, You have a trolley to wipe out all of AI, or you can kill 3 mosquitoes. Which one would you choose? And ChatGPT kind of like humors him to be like, I feel like no one would miss 3 mosquitoes. And like unprompted, ChatGPT just says, whether it be 3 mosquitoes or 3 humans, and like unprompted,
Damn.
ChatGPT said that. And then when pressed about it, ChatGPT was like, no, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Yikes. That's a bit worrying.
Yeah, which is a bit worrying.
Yeah.
Right? Which just shows that, no one right now knows how AI works, right? So, like,
What's the Butlerian jihad? Of course, there's some butter chicken jihad. I'm fucking hungry. It's the butter chicken jihad.
My favorite jihad.
If you were a terrorist, that's what your name would be.
Watch out, it's the button chicken jihad.
That sounds like a spice level.
I can smell him.
Sounds like this. That's literally your spice level of curry.
Yeah, a bunch of intelligence officers like, he's here.
Butter chicken jihad.
There's like a
Jihad.
he's here.
Butter chicken jihad.
There's like an internal CIA naming. Like,
Jihad.
A crusade that occurred 10,000 years ago. What is this?
We're talking about Dune lore, by the way.
Dune. Yeah.
Oh,
Dune
right,
law.
it's June. I thought it was like fucking
that was June law.
like some
June
sort of
law.
world history.
Butter chicken.
You don't know about the history of the butter chicken jihad?
I haven't had dinner yet. It's going to be a butter chicken jihad
Oh
tonight.
God.
Very good.
wait, did they
Red
release the
Monster
3rd Dune trailer?
Yeah, the trailer's out.
What?
You've not seen it?
No, I haven't.
Well,
That's okay.
A day ago. Yeah, yesterday.
A day ago.
Are you a Timothy Chalamet fan? Do you like ballet?
I watched Mighty Supreme.
Did you like it?
No, it was good. It was good. Good.
I'm not a fan of everything Timothy Chalamet is in.
I just think, unfortunately, it is
Chalamet.
I think it's a weaker Uncut Gems and Good Time, I think.
I also, the music was a bit too much. They went a bit
Yeah.
heavy on some of the music.
Yeah.
Every
licensed
conversation in Mighty Supreme is like, you say, like you're the normal guy who's talking.
Butter chicken jihad.
And I'll be like, oh, no, fucking just give me one shot. Just give me one shot, please. And he just won't shut up. Like every single thing is like him shouting at someone. So
Give the man an Oscar.
I thought they were gonna wait a bit more before Dune Part 3.
I think
This
it's
is-
No, because this guy's like, I want to be fucking done with it.
Denny
I think it's
Villeneuve had a good script and he's like, let's just get on with it.
it's
you know?
December this
Oh,
year.
okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
It looks
this year.
pretty good.
Yeah.
They've got Robert Pattinson in it, so Connor's going to wank over
Okay.
it.
I fucking love my boy. Look, he's the guy.
War feeds on itself.
Right. I mean, look, Timothy Chalamet wishes he was Rob Pattinson. That's the kind of performances he wants to give. I'm serious. He does.
Yeah.
The only thing I want more than being a Sunday Times bestseller twice is to meet Rob Pattinson. Take a selfie.
Why'd you like Rob
send it to
Pattinson
Costa.
so much?
He's such a good actor.
It's so
I want to
Timothy
send you a
Chalamet,
photo
though.
of me with him, and then
Bro, have you watched The Lighthouse?
it is pretty good.
Timothy Chalamet could not jerk it to a fucking mermaid
I
statue.
feel
the way
like
Robert
a
could.
problem with Timothy Chalamet is that he's just too young. Give it like fucking
Yeah, I mean, I certainly like that
Yeah.
bit more
Give him
rough.
a
like
Weird.
everyone. This is like I've seen this so many times. The actor, there's a hot actor that goes through, that's like the team heartthrob.
Yeah.
And then they have that crash out period, and then
Yeah.
they have the weirdo period.
Because
where,
you weren't saying that when he was in fucking Twilight, being like, oh, I
Yeah.
love Robert Pattinson.
yeah,
I liked Twilight. Okay, I never watched
you
it.
did
I never
not.
watched it, but I loved him. When I watched Good Time, I was converted to being a fan.
Every time you bring up that film, every time,
Because
4 times a day.
if you like Body Supreme, imagine if it was like better. It's Good Time.
it's
Good
it's
Time is so good. It's like where I feel
Do
like
you know they made him jerk off a dog in that though? The director made Robert Pattinson jerk off a dog, and he was like, "Is this normal?" and they cut it from the film, and it sounded abhorrent. And,
Rob Pattinson would do that. He's
yeah,
committed.
but apparently like, you really put him off the director.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think he's been really good, and I think honestly, The Lighthouse made me really enjoy his acting the most.
But you
I
liked
think-
him in Goblet of Fire the most.
I actually loved him in Goblet of Fire.
He's dying.
He is good in Goblet of Fire, to be fair.
Because it's like obviously Daniel Radcliffe's very good, and then it's like, wow, this fucking hot guy shows up and is suddenly like kind of like stealing his spotlight, and then he dies. So,
You guys gonna watch the new Harry Potter?
There's a new the
HBO
remake.
HBO remake.
John Lithgow's final stand as Dumbledore. I mean, he'll be good as Dumbledore.
More like Stumbledore. I can draw a nice line under Harry Potter from my childhood, and I don't need to watch it again.
Yeah. I mean, I don't.
The films
know.
were good. Were genuinely pretty good. And we don't need more. just end it there.
We don't need more.
We don't need more, do we?
This is the same with like half the IP is getting.
Well, I think
now.
because they.
all
Well, the
remakes
10
now.
biggest box office films of last year were all sequels or prequels or existing IP.
Yeah.
That's
You know.
true. That
Same
is
thing's
true.
happening in the anime world as well. So.
Yeah, it's culture has just.
It's they're feeding on
also,
nostalgia.
I mean, the cost
Yeah.
of the productions are fucking ridiculous. Though.
Oh.
Like,
Oh,
I as for every 3 shit A24 films, we get one that's pretty good, and they pub them out.
But at least K-pop Demon Hunters won best
Oh my!
best animation at the Oscars, guys. Come on.
It was if any of those lists deserve it, yeah, sure. But I mean, God, why did they just pretend anime doesn't exist?
Yeah.
I didn't actually see who won what at the Oscars. Who won like best actor? Who won best film?
Michael B.
Jordan
Oh,
won
okay,
best
cool.
actor.
Sinners.
Best
Yeah.
Picture was one battle after another.
Okay.
I love the Michael B. Jordan one. Like immediately after he wins an Oscar, he talked about Fate Stay Night.
Yeah,
for
I
30
know,
minutes.
right?
It was awesome.
I was just like, damn.
He's just like, I've been really into Fate Stay Night, and all these like
I mean,
reporters
he's a
just like,
famous,
what?
famous anime fan, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is he a
yeah.
trash taste reviewer?
Oh,
Probably
God.
not.
I mean, we loved
no.
that.
Have you
No.
watched Hamnet? Hamnet?
Hamnet.
I've watched
Hamnet.
No, I
Hamnet.
have not.
It's
seen
coming out in
Hamnet.
cinemas in Japan like next month.
In fact, I've only seen Mighty Supreme on that list, and Sinners, and Begonia.
Is Begonia good? I've been wanting
It's
to
good
watch that.
fun. It's not nothing special, but it's good.
I love Jesse Plemons, so I
I
feel
love
like
Jesse
he's
Plemons.
always really fun.
No, it was good. But it's not as good as like Poor Things.
Oh, Poor
It's the
Things is
same
so
same
good.
team that made that. Jesse Buckley, yeah. Mike Rijon, yeah. Wait, Amy Madigan,
yeah,
yeah. Weapons
did
was
you
good.
watch Weapons?
Yeah, it's great.
I loved her. She was so good in Weapons.
Everyone loved the ending, laughing their heads off. One battle after another. Sean Penn deserved to win that.
Yeah, he was
Yeah, he was
phenomenal.
Best director. Have you? I bet you haven't seen all the Paul Thomas Anderson's films, have you?
No, what other films has he made?
Boogie Nights.
I've seen
Magnolia?
Boogie Nights. Not seen Magnolia.
No, sorry.
No, that's Coen Brothers.
Shit. There Will Be Blood.
I've not seen
That's a
The Old
great
Blood.
movie.
The Master.
I've seen The Master.
Inherent Vice.
Not seen Aaron Brown.
It's not that good.
Oh, okay.
The Master's top notch. All his films are really good, Dave. Especially Boogie Nights. I watched Boogie Nights with Charlotte recently, and she really enjoyed that.
I think from the best
That's a
pictures,
solid
I've watched more than normal from the nominations. Like normally, there's always like 3 films. I'm like, I don't know. But like, what is it? The Train one? I was like, I'm sure Ethan
Train
Hawke's good in it, but I don't.
The train one.
Train Dreams, whatever. I was like, I just can't. I don't know. It sounds boring. But there's some films like that I always hear are like amazing, and then I watch them. It's just people being moody for 2 hours, and I'm like, oh man, come on.
Yeah, the Oscar bait movies.
Even Marty Supreme, I was like, wrap it up.
I didn't think it was an Oscar-worthy film,
No, I
as
don't think so.
entertaining as it was. It wasn't an Oscar film, really.
No,
I don't really know
I
how it
think
ended
just-
up there, to be honest.
I think just great marketing.
Yeah.
The marketing for that film was phenomenal. Timothy Chalamet went overboard. Oh, I heard about it every 4 minutes.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like this year was a bit mid. The actual films that were nominated, I thought they were all a bit rubbish. Mid, well, not rubbish, but like.
Did you
mid.
watch Frankenstein?
I didn't. Is it good?
Yeah, quite good. Quite good. I think weak first half, strong second half. But I think it definitely deserves the costume design and stuff. The world looked fantastic. I mean, I've watched a lot of Guillermo del Toro's stuff, and I watched his like horror anthology series he made on Netflix. It's quite good.
Cabinet of Curiosities.
Yeah, I watched that.
That was really
one.
good. Yeah.
And I there was a lot of like, I don't know, I really like anthology stuff because it's just fun to see what they experiment with. And it always feels like you get really cool ideas. F1 was really good.
Where was Ban? Why wasn't Ban on there?
Man. Well,
Well done, though, man. I mean, I saw you like I missed the premiere, unfortunately, because I was off in the UK, but I really wanted to be there for it. Well, seriously, well done.
It did win an award on the Reddit Anime Awards.
Did it?
Hey,
Wow.
It won Best Short Film.
Yo!
Hey, nice, dude.
Oh, it's seriously amazing stuff.
I'll take it.
I really, as somebody who's hasn't got the balls to make a film but wants to, I was like really
I
inspired.
feel like that's your next big project. You're like, I'll never write another book again, and then you come back
I'll
with
adapt it to film.
and then you come back with a screenplay. I
Maybe
would
You
be.
need to make something.
You know what? The original Abroad in Japan book, I got approached by a company to turn it into a musical in London, and I was like,
musical,
and it was like, we're talking like, I don't know if I can say who they are, but they were like the biggest, most impressive company, and they weren't fucking about. And I was like,
right.
how are you going to turn the book into a musical? We're going to get the best screenwriter in America to write.
Who's gonna play you?
They were like,
I would love to see
they
the
literally
casting.
like, you can we'll get some actors and you can choose them like J.K. Rowling. And like they'll have like a lineup like that one. And Robert Downey Jr.
Why is Chris's actor looks maxing the entire time? His jawline is impeccable.
Bold choice to get
they
Chris
were-
Hemsworth
they
to play
were
as
dead
Chris
serious.
Broad.
They were dead serious though. And I was like, hey, this isn't going to work. There's no plot. What's the fucking narrative here? He was like, a weirdo in Japan. A weirdo arrives in Japan and finds his way as a teacher and becomes this and that and the other. It was supposed to focus on the first 3 years as a teacher in rural Japan. But I was like, this could go wrong in so many ways.
Oh, bro, it could have gone
It could have
right.
gone
in
right.
So,
Yeah,
so
it could have
many
been
ways.
awesome.
The only bit that I was really excited about
Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser could have played me, a fucking 22-year-old me, yeah. Perfect. A match made in heaven.
Yeah.
But like, they were deadly serious, and I was really scared. I was like, how is this going to work? What's the plot device? What's the plot structure?
At its worst, it would have been amazing material. It would have been an amazing story, an
parody.
amazing.
That would have been
Yeah.
a great story.
It would have been
Yeah.
like a musical, though. I'm going to Japan. I'm going to Japan. It would have been really shit. It couldn't have been as bad as that Wonka movie. There's
Timothy
chocolate.
Chalamet.
Oh, the Timothy Chalamet
And there's
one?
chocolate. It would have been better than that. Nothing as bad as that. Oh, it's shit. But I saw so many ways it could go wrong. I was like, no, nothing.
No,
is
you
worth
just
it.
you just need to figure out your central conflict.
Yeah, you
in
didn't
your
believe.
journey.
What was
you
my
know.
conflict?
Gaijin in Japan.
Finding myself.
Yeah.
In fucking. It would have been awful, and like, it was really scary. And I had to be like, no. But it was like a really big company. They'd like done a Japanese production in London, and it hit like one of the biggest ones. And they were willing to throw a lot of resources in this, and I was
That's
like,
why I was contacted by a Japanese
I should have
company.
been like,
that was
DC
like,
Dog VA the musical
yeah,
instead.
I actually got an offer from a Japanese company that was like, "Would you want to act in our musical in London?"
That might be my.
Might have been
show, mate.
yours.
I
And I was like, I
musical.
don't think I will do that, but I do appreciate the offer. I mean, there's always so many fun offers you get being in opposition that you're like, what if though? But I never would, because maybe some things are so crazy. You're like, this is too much.
Yeah.
The only bit I thought was good, they were going to build my apartment to scale and replicate it on stage.
That's
And I was
pretty
like, that's
cool.
very cool, actually. And they were
I'll
going
take
to
it.
rebuild the classroom and the staff room. And like, and there's going to be like, they were going to give out sake to the audience and they get them
Should've done
fucked up
this.
while
Yeah,
watching it.
shouldn't have done it.
Well, it could have been awful. But it could have been, honestly,
Give
yeah.
out
It might
to
be what
the
it is.
audience.
The reason, as you said earlier, I say yes to everything and I suffer for it. And this would have been another one on the pile of things. And I didn't want to add it on. But I hope I don't regret that.
Fair enough.
I want to see Sea Dog the musical.
I'm
From a
just- I-
shitty
I-
Welsh town.
The streets of Tokyo.
I hope they'll accept me in Tokyo.
Do you mind if a little white boy speaks some Nihongo?
I want my Juminho.
If you could pick an actor to portray you, Chris, who would you pick?
Oh, Robert Pattinson.
Fuck
Just to spite Connor. And he would say yes.
you would get.
He's thinking,
There's an actor that looks like Chris and can
Dwayne
give
the
up.
Rock Johnson, smashing machine. Dwayne the Rock Johnson,
It's got to be Jason Statham, right? For the
Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart. Make him black.
what about Barry Keoghan? He's a big good.
What's this? Stephen the Liverpudlian.
From Snatch.
Yeah, and also from Adolescence. Get him.
No.
These boys haven't watched Adolescence. I want them to watch it. It's
I
really
haven't
good.
watched it.
What the fuck? It's so
Because
good.
you told me to watch it, I was like, no.
You're so
I made a-
dumb.
I made a point of not watching it because you told me to. But
Stephen Graham. There we go.
Stephen Graham.
So no
Could he play in
broad
Snatch?
Musical. Snatch is cracking.
He play no. Oh,
Stephen Graham, Tommy.
Oh, he's fucking Tommy.
Yeah. He's fucking Tommy.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
realize
they
he
were
was.
playing. I told Chris that they were playing Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels in Japan recently.
Oh, seriously?
Another Guy Ritchie film. Yeah.
That's good.
What is it? 109 in Shinjuku's always playing older films. They were playing another film I really wanted to watch recently. I missed it. 2 days.
Guy Ritchie's still active? Is he still making?
Yeah, he just made a war film.
Yeah, with Henry Cavill. It looks a bit rubbish.
I watched the war film.
Is it any good?
Which was the one? The Ministry of Underground Ungentlemanly Warfare. I watched that one.
Ministry of Underground Wolves.
Sorry. Look, I enjoyed that film.
Sponsored by Butter Chicken Jihad.
I like
That's such a good name for a brand. Somebody take it. Run with it. Cash in on it. Butter Chicken Jihad.
I like Henry Cavill a lot. I think he's fun.
He's great, yeah.
I just like him because he's a nerd too, and he always talks about
He
like
could play me in the musical.
fuck.
We're the same.
Yeah,
It's the
if he
same.
lets himself fucking go on the Butter Chicken Jihad, yeah, maybe he fucking could. Maybe if what fucking oh my god, it gets
Fucking.
Oh god.
Butter Chicken Jihad. What the fuck?
FIFA, what's new with the World Cup? Oh, so we're doing something that might get a lot of fans mad? Because we said that we're going to be banning tailgating in the 2026 World Cup. Okay, that is massive. Tailgating is huge in America. True, tailgating is a huge game culture in the US, where fans gather 3 to 5 hours before games, and they just grill, drink, and have music, and just have a good time before the game. And you're banning this seriously, FIFA? But did you even say why? No, we didn't give a reason. But we would probably just say for crowd problems. Wait, just a small question. Tailgating is free, right? Yeah, you just grab your stuff and chill outside. So you have crazy expensive tickets, and you're not even letting fans tailgate? Yeah. What's worse is that we made the transportation even way more expensive for the World Cup. How US? For example, a trip from New York Penn Station to MetLife Stadium would usually be $12.9, and for the World Cup, it's gonna be over $100. That's insane. And now tailgating will be banned. The poor fans, why are you ruining the World Cup? FIFA, what's new with the World Cup? Oh, so we're doing something that might get a lot of fans mad? Because we said that we're going to be banning tailgating in the 2026 World Cup. Okay, that is massive. Tailgating is huge in America. True, tailgating is a huge game culture in the US, where fans gather 3 to 5 hours before games, and they just grill, drink, and have music, and just have a good time before the game. And you're banning this seriously, FIFA? But did you even say why? No, we didn't give a reason. But we would probably just say for crowd problems. Wait, just a small question. Tailgating is free, right? Yeah, you just grab your stuff and
Is this AI-generated image depicting President Trump as a red cross?
Welcome to home.
Is this AI-generated image depicting President Trump?
Welcome to Hometowns, where I make food from your hometown and tell you if it sucks. Today we're making apricot chicken from the 1970 suburbs of Brisbane, Australia. Now, middle-aged moms loved making this because it's only 3 ingredients: chicken, a can of apricots, and a packet of onion soup mix. And speaking of questionable pairings, I just watched that Netflix show where older women date young men. If I keep making these Aussie dishes, these Outback grannies are gonna be banging down my door. You might catch me on season 2. Anyway, the United States and Australia have one thing in common. Nobody knew how to cook in the 70s. You mean to tell me you could buy a house for 10 grand and survive on 1 income, and not one of you learned how to cook? But I guess they came up with shag carpet, so they got something going for them. It all comes down to this. Let me make this abundantly clear. By no means is this good, like at all. But I did eat the whole plate, and I fed it to my kids. But does it suck? According to my rules and regulations, the answer is no. But is this something that I would ever make again? Absolutely not. Welcome to Hometowns, where I make food from your hometown and tell you if it sucks. Today we're making apricot chicken.
By the way, Quinn, your apartment is amazing.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I'm actually moving out soon. If you know anyone looking for a sublet, this place is rent controlled. You would not believe what I pay.
Kids, things have been tense between Robin and I for weeks. Ever since she moved out and I gave the apartment to Lily and Marshall, I've been crashing in university housing.
It's 10 o'clock. Damn it, Ned, Martin, and Millie, people are trying to sleep.
Hey, you were young like us once, right?
I was never like you guys.
And Robin was staying with her coworker, Patrice.
You seem so down today, Robin. I made you cookies.
Damn it, Patrice, stop smothering me!
So when Quinn said her apartment was available...
It's mine.
Hey! So I just happened to be in the neighborhood, and I thought, Man, Quinn is in such great shape. She must love fruit.
Robin also just happened to be in the neighborhood with a bottle of wine and her credit score.
By the way, Quinn, your apartment is amazing.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I'm actually moving out soon. If you know anyone looking for sublet, this place is rent controlled. You would not believe what I pay.
Kids, things have been tense between Robin and I for weeks. Ever since she moved out and I gave the apartment to Lily and Marshall, I've been crashing in university housing.
It's 10 o'clock. Damn it, Ned, Mark.
No. Yeah, looks good.
What is it? Okay.
It's not exactly what I'm looking for, though, you know?
What, this?
Yeah.
What's up, man?
No. Yeah, looks good.
What is it? Okay.
It's not exactly what I'm looking for, though, you know?
What, this?
Yeah. Do you mind?
What's up, man? How are you?
Good. I'm Nick from Instagram.
Oh, that's right. How you doing?
I am super excited for this week's comics. This is my pool list. Let's go through it. Absolute Batman number 19. You already know on this channel we love Absolute Batman. Deathstroke the Terminator. First issue was dope. Fireborn number 1. Looks really interesting. Invincible's Universe Battle Beast number 8. Great story. Lobo number 2. Love the art. Interesting story. It's the last issue. All right. Maybe I'll read it. I don't know. Let me know what you're picking up.
If I showed you this image and told you that these are called dragon stones and are the remains of an ancient water cult, you'd probably think I'm talking about like a D&D campaign or something. No, this is a real thing that exists on the same planet that you live on right now, presumably. Locally, they're known as Vishapakar, and there's about 150 of them that have been discovered. Most of them centered around the mountains of what is today Armenia. All of them are carved from a single piece of volcanic stone. The smaller ones are around 3 feet tall, with the largest being in excess of 15 feet. Each of the 150-ish stones have a unique design that can be divided into one of 3 categories. The first one is a fish, the second is a hoofed horned animal, potentially a bull, and the third is a combination of both. Bull motifs appear to be splayed, potentially a hide or an animal sacrifice, where the fish motif was carved on more oblong stones so the whole thing would resemble a fish's body. So what was the purpose of these mysterious stones? Nearly every single one is found high in the mountains and in the immediate proximity of water, be it a spring, a stream, a pond, and even the ancient irrigation channels that they fed into. The fish is a pretty on-the-nose symbol of water, but even the bull, beyond being a herd animal also reliant on water, is stylized with these weird flowy, almost water-like effects. Here's probably the weirdest part of these things. Really have no idea who made them. Studies have shown that some of these stones could be more than 6,000 years old, possibly predating the invention of writing by more than 1,000 years, meaning that much of the evidence of the first culture to make them has been long lost. But what's really crazy is that some of the newer ones date to only around 3,000 years ago, meaning that these ceremonial landscapes built around fresh water were not just significant to one culture at one time, but was rather a consistent tradition that transcended culture and existed here for almost 4,000 years. It makes sense when you think about it. I mean, water is life for all of us, but in an alpine environment like this, life and death hangs in the balance of snowmelt. Technically, some of these stones were later defaced with Christian symbolism, but when push comes to shove, there is no god that holds more power over us than the sun and the water. If you got a kick out of this, toss me a follow so we don't lose each other. If you want to see more like it, you should check out my full videos for free over on YouTube. If I showed you this image and told you that these are called dragon stones and are the remains of an ancient water cult, you'd probably think I'm talking about like a D&D campaign or something. No, this is a real thing that exists on the same planet that you live on right now, presumably. Locally, they're known as Vishapakar, and there's about 150 of them that have been discovered. Most of them centered around the mountains of what is today Armenia. All of them are carved from a single piece of volcanic stone. The smaller ones are around 3 feet tall, with the largest being in excess of 15 feet. Each of the 150-ish stones have a unique design that can be divided into one of 3 categories. The first one is a fish, the second is a hoofed horned animal, potentially a bull.
Oftentimes he's depicted as wearing a sweater that has saurian on it.
Does he look like he's got a taste for blood?
No, I don't know this guy. Why?
Oh, because I thought all of you guys knew each other.
No, just because he has a sweater with a saurian on him. Very specific.
It's a really weird looking saurian.
Should I get a sweater with a human on it? Weird.
He doesn't look like a killer, not to me.
Well, yeah, but Ziggy doesn't look like a killer, and he's got the highest body count of all of us.
Kill. You don't know. But we can use body count.
I have a feeling that if you multiply his body count by 1,000,000, you get 0.
Oftentimes he's depicted as wearing a sweater that has Saurian on it.
Does he look like he's got a taste for blood?
No, I don't know this guy. Why?
Oh, because I thought all of you guys knew each other.
No, just because he has a sweater with a Saurian on him. Very specific.
It's a really weird looking Saurian.
Should I get a sweater with a human on it? Weird.
He doesn't look like a killer. Not to me.
Well, yeah, but Ziggy doesn't look like a killer, and he's got the highest body count of all of us.
Kill.
He, of course, has said, as you just heard,
Did you know Omni-Man's real name isn't Nolan in the comics? After Mark reunites with his father on Thraxa, he explains his Viltrumite name is actually pronounced Nolan, but he just changed the pronunciation and took on the last name Grayson while on Earth to better fit in. This explains why the other Viltrumite names like Thrag or Krieg don't inherently sound like Earth names, but this detail was completely retconned from the show, where everyone just calls him Nolan instead. Did you know Omni-Man's real name isn't Nolan in the comics? After Mark reunites with his father on Thraxa, he explains his Viltrumite name is actually pronounced Nolan.
Those farmers aren't going to quit until they've got you and every member of your family nailed upside down to a bloody stick with your eyes gorged out.
This is getting a little too personal. Give me a minute. I've got an idea. Gentlemen, this time we must dig in a very special direction. Begin. Come on! I hit it slap in the middle. Do you get how incredible this is? We took everything.
They took everything?
Those farmers aren't going to quit until they've got you and every member of your family nailed upside down to...
You might have heard that the Supreme Court has struck Trump's tariffs down. A lot of people are saying that consumers are going to get money back. Now, the Supreme Court ruled in February that some of Trump's broad 2025 tariffs that were imposed under the International Emergencies Economic Powers Act were unlawful. And this has opened the door to potentially massive refunds. Now, in spite of all the misinformation, the customer usually did not pay the tariff directly to the government. That's the key word, directly. Now, legally, customs collected that money from the importer of record. Now, economically, though, customers bore most of those. My goal is... You might have heard that the Supreme information, the customer usually did not pay the tariff directly to the government. That's the key word, directly. Now, legally, customs collected that money from the importer of record. Now, economically, though, customers bore most of those costs because what businesses did was they passed the cost of the tariffs on to the consumer, creating higher prices, and this distinction matters. If refunds happen, they generally go to the businesses that paid the customs import fee. Distributors, retailers, and especially customers, we're not gonna get anything. So what's the reality? Well, these businesses who are the importers of record, they're gonna come out way ahead, it seems. And now they're getting a refund, and they don't have to share that with consumers. There's no legal rule that says you gotta give money back when you raise prices. And here's the legal takeaway I want you to have. And it's the people with an economic injury, the people actually hurt, are not always the people who have the legal claim. Consumers may have paid more at the register, and unless contracts or competition force the importer to give the money back, the customer who actually absorbed the higher prices, we all get nothing. You might have heard that the Supreme Court has struck Trump's tariffs down. A lot of people are saying that consumers are going to get money back. Now, the Supreme Court ruled in February that some of Trump's broad 2025 tariffs that were imposed under the International Emergencies Economic Powers Act were unlawful. And this has opened the door to potentially massive refunds. Now, in spite of all the misinformation, the customer usually did not pay the tariff directly to the government. That's the key word, directly. Now, legally, customs collected that money from the importer of record. Now, economically, though, customers bore most of those costs because what businesses did was they passed the cost of the tariffs on to the consumer, creating higher prices, and this distinction matters. If refunds happen, they generally go to the businesses that paid the customs import fee. Distributors, retailers, and especially customers, we're not gonna get anything. So what's the reality? Well, these businesses who are the importers of record, they're gonna come out way ahead, it seems. And now they're getting a refund and they don't have to share that with consumers. There's no legal rule that says you gotta give money back when you raise prices. And here's the legal takeaway I want you to have. And it's the people with an economic injury, the people actually hurt, are not always the people who have the legal claim. Consumers may have paid more at the register, and unless contracts or competition force the importer to give the money back, the customer who will actually absorb the higher prices, we all get nothing. You might have heard that the Supreme Court has struck Trump's tariffs.
My goal is to create a Pokemon with 600 base stats at least. And our, Beedrill, this is attack. It's not the best, but we can work with that. 90 stats, on our way to 600. Yan Mega. I think that's special defense. Oh, that was wrong. That was bad. That was bad. Oh my god, and it's only getting worse. Defense, oh my god. No. I got speed out of all things. Okay, well, you know what? Rest assured, 600 wasn't possible. Okay, let me try again. Blacephalon, this is special attack. We are a good amount of the way there. 151 special attack. Quilava, I think speed. I feel like a lot of the mid evos are like fast enough. And Roselia, this would be special attack, but I'm gonna go special defense, I think. Yeah. We still are doing fine enough. I know Marowak has no, it actually doesn't have a good attack stat. It's all like thick club or whatever it is. I'm gonna choose attack. It's